This crazy world today, where we call home, where our food supply is inconsistent, where the prices we pay have risen so much the average family struggles to eat healthy, where foodborne illnesses are on the rise, we have decided to build a 4-season geodesic solar greenhouse purchased from Arctic Acres in Ontario, Canada. In recent years, we have been trying to be more self-sustainable and less relying on the system. We are slowly transforming our 4-acre homestead into a place that provides us with food, nourishment, and so much more. So follow along as we build our geodesic greenhouse, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as there will be so many more videos on our greenhouse series build. All right, so currently Mike and his father are just building the gravel rig. Gives you an idea of approximately what it's the size. What's the exact square footage? It's like 510 square feet or something. Yeah, 510 square feet I think in total. 26 feet round, and I don't know, what's the height? 13 feet or 12 and a half?
12, 9 I think.
I don't know, 12, 13 feet, somewhere in there. Super exciting. It's like opening up buried treasure. It's like a kid in a candy shop. Make sure you pick up your screws so they don't end up in your tractor or your lawnmower tires. Also, our Milwaukee drill. Have to say, my husband's always used the DeWalt. I like the Milwaukee drills. They seem lighter and easier to use.
Just want to see what's in here. We're going to need the hardware out of here. Yeah, they give you caulking, insulation, rope, solar panel chargers.
And your poly cut list, your lumber cut list for your 26 to our valued client.
We got a door, got all the insulation, ventilation fans.
So this is the company Arctic Acres that we decided to go with. And these are all the different dome options. So you could go all the way from 15-foot domes up to a 42. I believe the most common is the 26, with which we went with, which is like approximately, I think, 510 square feet. Yeah. And it's the largest you could do on a gravel pad. After that, you are recommended to go up to concrete.
We'll take a look inside this one. We got all the polycarbonate and our pallet of lumber. All the walls and the whole dome, all on one pallet. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Oh.
How's it looking? We're kind of listening to instructions, but we're kind of not. We have marked the ring on this pad so many times that we know like approximately where we're gonna put stuff. We're just taking a break from that. Gonna build these, kind of lay them all out, and then we'll start marking our corners. So right now I'm center of the Geo Dome. Pretty cool, eh?
You know that I'ma keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, leaning out. With us it's all or nothing.
Arctic Acres. They're all pre-drilled. Everything is labeled. You can see.
And color-coded.
And color-coded. And where you have your hardware boxes and everything is literally labeled, packed, individual. One reason why we decided to pay the little extra money and go with a kit is simplicity. We've looked at lots of videos of people building their own greenhouses, and yes, we could have just done a basic rectangular greenhouse, but we wanted something fancy and fun. And you know what? I've always been intrigued by geodomes, whether people are sleeping in them or using them for, you know what, classrooms, yoga studios, or like personal greenhouses like we're going to do. Just to give you guys a generalized idea. We've had a lot of rain the last couple days. It's really soppy here, but that is where we're building it. That is our existing raised bed garden that we will definitely still use all summer long. House. That's south, north, east of our dome, and obviously west is our home. Early morning sun comes up right over those trees. Sunrise. Good sun going from sunrise all day long above the dome, but in the winter especially you'll have that full frontal coverage around the evening sun. Siding. It's taking shape, ladies and gents. Grinding makes me super nervous, and we could use a new grinder because we have 3 and all 3 of them are broke.
Need 30 and we only used 5. Right now she's just measuring to make sure that all the corners are at 12 point what?
12 feet, 10.5 inches
12
to the
feet,
outside.
10.5 inches all the way around to the outside. And then we'll pound in some rebar and keep it all level and plumb.
See, some of the holes are drilled right.
There's not so much.
I know. Some of them, it's like they drilled 3/4 of the way through and never finished.
Tell them to get a bigger drill bit.
Nah, it's good. The majority of them are good. And honestly, hey, at least they're pre-cut or pre-sunk. Like we could have to be doing all of that work too.
Once we get all those laid out on the frame, we'll take these half hexagon hubs and bolt the top sill all together, let it float as we start the first set of triangles. And they say to put 3 screws in each base plate loosely, not in tight, so that way it can flex if it needs to. And then once the dome is completely built is when you drill the holes and secure it to the foundation.
And this is also where we had to make the choice of whether we are gonna go strut by strut or whether we're gonna pre-build and place up together. But there's, it recommends 3 to 4 people if you're gonna pre-build because they're quite large and awkward pieces to kind of put up around the dome. And since it's just Mike and I, we will be going strut by strut.
1 bolt at a time. All right, now we're doing triangle by triangle. We follow our paper diagram that we built. And we're attaching 2 Ace struts to our first pentagon hub and sticking it in the door frame.
gonna look good there. Oh. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Oh, you hear that roar?
I've heard a story,
I'm dry, guys.
I've heard it said, I've come to believe that love is a bet. Sometimes you win and sometimes you...
Have you figured out the C's and the B's and the D's and the E's yet?
Yeah, every once in a while you have 4 or 5 of the same, and then 2 or 3 of the different ones, and then 4 or 5 of the same again.
I guess there is no D's.
It's all fun though. It's like a big jigsaw puzzle.
We're getting there. Look at that, guys. Take a little bit of a walk around just to give you an idea of scale. Wow. We were so dry that the province was literally burning, and I was fearing for the start of our forest fire season, but all we've got now for the last, I don't know, week off and on is rain and rain and rain. We'll take it. I'm thinking maybe a future pond or something, pond waterfall there would be good. Look at this. It's almost there. He's doing the last of the 3rd section here. And then we still have to do the A. We remove the door where we're gonna build the door, and that goes up into there with the fence. Look at that. Impressive. Very impressive. Alright. We're at the top of the dome. We got the last bolt going in there. I don't think I can reach it. Oh, maybe I can. Tippy toes on scaffolding. Oh. Look at that.
Good job.
You got it tight. Oh. There you go. Look at the view from the top of the dome. So yeah, I've just gone along. I drilled, I pounded. Now I've put the washer and the bolt on. And the washer and the nut, right?
Yeah.
And he's just going along and tightening them all up. And that is a wrap for attaching the upper dome to the walls.
Day 1. Complete.
Alright, let's go. Woo.
Alright, let's take a look at our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just a perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast.
Alright, now we're going to start building our fans. First you cut out the piece of plywood that they supply you. It's marked. Cut it into the 2 squares, drill a hole, jigsaw the center out, and now we're going to grab the polycarbonate and do the same. And then we'll drill our holes and attach our fans.
Is a 19 cherry. like most of our fruit bushes, or all of them, have made it. This one is a Romeo cherry. Romeo cherry. Polar Jewel Haska. More dark clouds. Why not? I don't want to complain, but we need some more sun now. The sun's coming through, but our ground is wet. We need it to dry up. Those seeds are well germinated. They need the sun. And then after it dries up a little bit, we could have some more rain. But we're good for now, okay? So we're just working on the door frame now. We got the sloped pieces in, and let's see how far we can make it tonight. Yeah, that's so it doesn't protrude, right?
Yeah.
That. So just working on the trim strips all the way around now. And then we got to do the flat pieces going down here. Got the store of the door framed in. Beds installed. Next we'll be working on the horizontal trim strip. First piece of poly going on. How does it feel?
It was good. I had to do the fans already though, so.
I wasn't here for the fans, thankfully. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more family fun adventures in Alberta.